So guys, here we are in another vlog. This is Loro Parque in Spain, Tenerife, and oh my goodness, we had the best day. I loved looking at the koi carps. Does anyone love those? Oh, they're fantastic. There is a massive pond at the entrance to the park, and it sort of goes over to the exit as well. There's so much area to look at. We didn't really enjoy the gorillas because we just saw, you know, the we waited a while as well. We queued quite a while to the first exhibit the gorillas are, and we all thought, well, there we go, that's what we got. So yeah. What else do you say? We saw some gorillas, we saw some grapefruits. Moving on to the parrots. There was so many different types of birds as well there. It was really nice. So if you like your birds, it was a really good place to go and see them. And fish. There was so many fish in this fish tank. This fish tank was huge. Like, I can't even tell you. There was like a whole spiral staircase around this fish tank. It was massive. Massive. Absolutely loved it. And it was just mesmerising. Like, the fish were just going like round and round and round at the top. There was so many in there. Yeah, and then we found this little slide that went into a gift shop, which was very clever. Very clever. Then onto the penguins. Oh my days. The penguins, they had so many penguins, and they also had like a little rotary walkway, like Isla was on it there. So I don't know if you can really see that she's actually moving, but you kind of just get onto this rotary walker, and then people just like queue behind you, and then you're all just sort of, you just stand there and it just takes you from one end to the other, which is fantastic. And you just get to see so much. Like, I can't tell you how accessible this park was. It was so well thought out, so well done. Nothing was a rush. You could go leisurely, take your own time. And I think we only saw about half of this park, because unfortunately the dolphins weren't open and the sea lion show wasn't open, sorry. So we didn't get to see that, but we did get to see quite a lot. And these penguins, there was so many in there. We actually booked it from a hotel as an excursion. So we went to the Bahar Principe Fantasia and we booked it there. And I think it was about £50 per person with the transfer and everything. But it was so worthwhile. It was such a lovely day out. It was so worth it. And you get the sun in Spain, so it was warm. It was just so lovely. And I just love looking at these penguins. I love looking at the penguins. All the children wanted to bring a penguin home. But obviously you can't. You have to leave them there. And my son's been obsessed with penguins ever since. And I just thought I'd show you here. So at the end of there's like aquarium tanks at the end of the penguins. And I just wanted to show you the floor surface there, how easy it is to glide things over the floor, and how much space you have got for your wheelchair to push your wheelchair around. So we now have the Bengal tigers, the white Bengal tigers. They were absolutely beautiful. One just didn't want to move, and the other one came in and out and in and out. But needless to say, what an animal to actually see. It's just absolutely beautiful. Just the breathtaking they are. I find big cats so stunning to look at. They're just beautiful animals. Beautiful. How anyone can kill them and put them on the wall as a rug, I'll never know. But they were absolutely beautiful. It was so worthwhile just standing there for 10 minutes and watching them. It was beautiful, and the children just loved it. So of course we had to stop and have a snack. and we had some lunch, and we had a little bit of playtime for Rowan and a cool off because it was very, very hot. And I would suggest, we've all bought the yellow caps that were £1 each, the Loro Parque caps, and I definitely recommend taking a sun hat because it is very, very warm and you are very out in the open in a lot of the exhibits. Unless you're obviously inside seeing the sea animals and things like that, you're under cover, but there's a lot of places that you're out in the sun. But it was just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Rowan loved this penny spinner and he was very upset when I ran out of change. And then this was called the Coral Reef, I believe. And so this was, again, a rotary walkway that you stood on, and then you went all the way around. So there was no pushing, no shoving. You could see absolutely everything. And there was so much to see in here. There was music going on. The ceiling was changing. So you could, one minute we were seeing sea turtles. The next there was jellyfish. The next we had whales in the ceiling. And it was like a big like a ceiling that had like projections on. And then you went around the walkway and you saw the coral reef. We actually went around this 3 times. We just kept going round and round. And Isla absolutely loved this. She was fascinated. And there's also a jellyfish spot around the park. There's also another little bit of an aquarium with the what's it called, with the penguins, and I think there was also a shark reef as well. So there's another aquarium. So if you like aquariums and you like seeing fish, this is the place for you because there's plenty dotted around the park. And it's also nice just to get out the hot sun, isn't it, as well, just to get some undercover, especially for the children. And Rowan just loved this. They just wanted to go round and round again. It was really, really relaxing and really calming. It's just so much to actually physically see. Especially when, you know, if you've got children's strollers and things like that, they're falling asleep. The parents, they weren't making you leave your stroller outside. They didn't mind. You could take your pushchair in with you. You know, we took Ida's wheelchair in and we put her on, and it moved, the walkway moved around a bit like a flat escalator that you'd get in an airport. It was very similar to that. And it just moved her around really easily. I didn't have to keep adjusting her wheelchair. You wouldn't have to adjust the buggy. She was just on it and then she was done. And it was just brilliant. It was really good. And she could just sit there and see everything without people walking in front of her. So that was really great. So I really feel like it's very well set up for young children and, you know, elderly and disabled. There are some really big hills to push them up going to the Orca show. I found the Orca show really difficult. It's a very steep hill, but apart from that, we really enjoyed it, and we really didn't have any other comments or we don't have a single bad comment about it, to be honest with you. Other than, you know, if you're a bit unsure about whales being in captivity, I know there's, you know, people aren't happy, but apart from that, this was a really good all-round day, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was breathtaking. So much just shocked us. And we've been to loads of zoos, loads of aquariums, but this place literally just, there's just something about it. We just want to go back there. I just want to go back today. If I could, I'd go back. I would, you know, I'd pay double to go back. It was fantastic. It really was a good day out. And there's also a little train that is free if you've got Loro Parque tickets to go down to the town. So that was really great. And we couldn't get wheelchairs on there though. You could, if you had a fold down wheelchair, you could get it on. We just had Rowan's buggy. So we did actually take Isla on the train. And then we came back to we just went round on the train and came back to the park. Which was fine. They were happy for us to do that. You can just sit on there and have a train ride, which is nice, and go straight back to the park. We didn't have a huge amount of time till our bus came. So yeah, that's it guys. That's my entire review on Loro Parque.